What's going on, guys? MitchCactus here, coming back with another Forza 2004 video, and today's video is going to be talking about a pretty big money glitch that I'd recommend using for all of you related to the actual event that I've spoken about previously in a past video. But this video is actually going to be pretty different now. It's going to be related to a similar race or similar overall method of this glitch, or similar overall course of what you actually need to do in this glitch, but the actual method and the I guess the potential profitability is going to be extremely different. So I recommend you guys watch the entire video to ensure you don't miss out on anything. And of course, for those who are interested, I actually am going to be doing a giveaway for around 500 million credits from tomorrow in the next videos. Make sure to subscribe and the notifications on if you want to stay tuned for that. And if any of you are actually interested, the Series 15 Forza 2004 model accounts and personal mod services are now available on MitchCactus.com with 2 million skill points, 2 million Forza points, 1 billion credits, 2,500 wheel spins, 250 super wheel spins, and most importantly, 3 of every single rare car in the game, including all of the new Bugatti Devos, guys. 3 of these, and any rare car essentially is just going to be referring to every single car that's not on the auto show, which means cars that are available in previous championship events or 50% Horizon Life completion events. So very rare cars basically. But guys, now I'm going to get onto the main part of the video, and I'm going to be talking about how this video is actually going to be related to Elmston On-Sea Sprint. Now, the Elmston On-Sea Sprint, of course, is actually a race that I've covered quite a few times on my channel, typically around every single month or so. I like to cover the best money glitch currently available in Forza 2004. Even if I have covered it before, I try and do it differently just so it's not the same. But this time it is genuinely quite different, guys. The overall course and method is very different to what it normally is, and I definitely think you guys should give this one a go. So of course, the Elmston On-Sea Sprint is actually an event that you can unlock as a pretty new player in the game. It's very simple. You only have to do only have to do a pretty small amount of races to actually unlock this event. So if you're new to the game, it shouldn't be a worry. You should be able to have this event unlocked already. And in terms of what car I'd recommend using, I'm going to go into that soon. But overall, I'm going to be using the BMW M6 Forza Edition. Now, the upgrades I got on this is actually pretty much just a full tune that I downloaded from the community. I essentially just fully upgraded, nothing too specific or particular. And now, of course, the Elmston On-Sea Sprint. Now, a lot of people know this for being in the event where you choose an already made blueprint. You're not really going to go ahead and follow the normal course of the race, because it'll just be pretty boring and won't actually be a checkpoint glitch, which is what you're after. So guys, like I was saying, it's actually going to be a solo event, well, at least what I'm going to be doing. You can do co-op or PvP if you'd like to do it with friends, but overall, solo is typically what most of you are going to be doing, and it's what I'm going to be showing in this video. Now, when you're looking for a blueprint to use, you can go by trending today, best of month, or all-time greats. Now, trending today is typically not too reliable. All-time greats is typically pretty good, but mine have older blueprints that aren't relevant anymore but used to be at one stage, so I typically go for best of the month. Now, of course, best of the month has quite a few of these with these credit-related titles, and essentially just choose any one that looks like it could work, and that's the one to go. Now, I'm just going to go a little bit deeper on what car I'm going to use. Now, typically I'd recommend using a car like the Maserati MC12 Forza Edition, as you get speed skill points from going in a straight line, but this time it's going to be slightly different. And one thing that I need to make sure that you guys have done is actually gone through your entire skill perk area and make sure you've maxed it out if you're using a car like this. What I mean by maxed out is essentially upgrade any skill perk that applies to the gain or the acquiring of any sort of skill points or skill chains or anything like that, guys. It'll cost around 50 skill points to max it out, but it's definitely a good investment that you'll make back very quickly by using this glitch. Now, of course, what actually makes this race a glitch is the fact that it's a checkpoint glitch. The actual course that you can follow due to there being such a little amount of checkpoints is very different to what the actual AI will follow, and essentially means you can come first effortlessly in the AI, not even anywhere near to being in competition. Now, of course, our skill perk wasn't really required, so I'm just going to pass on that one. So if you want to save a little bit, you can, but it's not that necessary. And this bottom right, the extra life, isn't very necessary, but you can get it if you want. Now, the blueprint I'm going to be using is going to be going in solo into custom events and heading over to best of the month. Now, of course, like I said, any one lap variant is going to be what I recommend, and I'm actually going to go all-time greats to show you that this, of course, can work. It's really up to you at the end of the day. But in my BMW M6, guys, and one part of this race, of course, that I'd recommend doing is, if you're going to be doing this, I recommend doing one lap first, getting a decent gauge of the race, the profitability, and then from then on, dedicate some time to just grinding it back and forth and doing anywhere from 10 to 20 laps at once. 10 laps will take around 20 to 30 minutes, really just depending on what car you decide to use, what method you decide to take, whether it's going to be a high speed skills points method or you're going to be going for the overall drift points. Now, the reason that I'm using this BMW is going to be displayed pretty soon here. As you can see, it's not ideal hitting that tree, but it's going to be displayed pretty soon. And of course, the ability this car has to be able to drift is really what makes it so significant. As you can see, I'm on a controller that I wouldn't typically use, and the handbrake key is pretty different, but the overall point is you essentially just want to keep holding drifts up and down the highway. As you can see, the average speed you want to hold still needs to be relatively quickly, but not as quickly as it typically would be if you're going to be in another car like a Maserati MC12 4 position or anything of that nature. But you want it to be quick enough where you're still getting speed, skill points over time on top of the overall ultimate drift points and any also drift skill perks, skill chains, or skill points in general. As you can see, my overall position within the race isn't that ideal due to the initial crash, but this is where you can really start to make some easy room. This is what makes it the skill point or the checkpoint glitches that the AI will take very slow methods of the race, or courses of the race at least, due to the actual blueprint, the blueprint driving course that was set by the person who made the blueprint. Now, of course, as you can see, they're going to overtake you at times, but overall, considering that I'm using a drift car, it's not going to be as relevant. And overall, even if you do come last, theoretically speaking, the amount of actual skill credits less you get is very insignificant. And there's a checkpoint glitch coming into play. The AI will be driving left and right and hardly getting any movement in a place that they typically just be driving straight on. As you can see, I'm hardly even halfway through the lap at this point, or almost about to be halfway through the lap actually, and I've already gotten almost the equivalent of 10 skill points in skill chain. As you can see, if I end the skill chain right now, it would probably not be quite finished counting. It would go to around 60,000, and from then I would actually be able to acquire around 10 skill points. And if I do that 2 times per lap, that is 20 skill points per lap very, very easily, not even to mention the actual credits that I normally get from the race. And as you guys can see, I'm coming towards the end of the actual lap now, and this car, although it is a drift car, actually can hit almost 400 km per hour, so it's got pretty good speed capabilities. And when you're coming towards this end of the race event, if you want to keep holding a few drifts through here, you can, but overall you've got to do a U-turn, and if you're doing multiple laps, this is where the lap would restart, but overall, like I said, I'm doing 1 lap, so here it's going to be coming to a finish. Now, in terms of how to convert these skill points you guys would have just acquired into credits, I'm now going to be going on to. Those skill points to credits, you want to go head over to the festival. Now, this method I'm going to be showing is going to be the most consistent and a method that works offline and always works. So there are slightly more beneficial, profitable methods that I've covered in other videos before related to how to make money free. So if you want to check those out, I'd suggest checking these videos. But this method involves going to the auto show, purchasing the Porsche 911 Turbo 3.3 from 1982, and using 19 skill points or 20 with 1 wheel spin to convert 150,000 credits to 300,000 to make a profit of 150,000 credits overall. So like I said, there's more lucrative methods than this, but this is the most reliable and consistent, considering there's an unlimited amount of these that you can purchase from the auto show at essentially any time. As you can see, you want to upgrade all the way on the left side to that credit perk at the top left, which resembles the 300,000 credits, and the 1 extra skill point for the wheel spin is what I'm going to be showing in a second here. I'd recommend doing this. You can test your luck to maybe get some more credits from wheel spins or cars or any other rare items that you can acquire. But guys, now as you can see, just profited an extra 150,000 credits on top of the what I already would have gotten from those races, and that's how you can essentially convert tons of skill points into credits very, very easily. So guys, I hope you did enjoy this video. If you did, make sure to like and subscribe down below. Stay tuned for tomorrow's giveaway for 500 million credits, and make sure to head over to MitchCactus.com if you're looking for the cheapest, best, and quickest delivery for 2004 modded accounts, personal mod services, and credits. Thanks for watching.